Same. Okay. Cause I'm having a good time, having a good time.
That's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I want to make a supersonic man out of you. Just give me a call.
By the way, they can hear you, Cad. Okay, just making sure.
Damn, I guess Jay didn't like my singing. Okay. I was just telling people in VIP that this is like a worse version of gotchi music. Okay, let me get the tweet out and I will also bid you guys adieu. Bob is going to tell me not to wear pants, but it's too late. I already wear pants. Just not during stream. Okay. Go back to the previous song? I can't. I don't have a redeem for that. Also, Nightbot doesn't allow it. Low key, I like wish that actually were a thing, but it doomed to be. Where did I put yesterday's art? There it is. Whoosh. All right, chat. The tweet is live. Do me that favor. Go smash that like button and that retweet. Always appreciate the help. Out of curiosity, is it possible to change the song length settings? No. And to be honest, like low key, I'm kind of glad because I have literally seen people try to like request like 3-hour loops and stuff. So I kind of am okay with that because I would have to like sit there just minding songs a lot longer. But yeah, it's a hard 10-minute limit. I have seen people like try to song request stuff that's like quite literally just over that like 10-minute limit. But I'm also gonna say it's like maybe just find a like shorter version of it if you can. Because most songs that are like that usually have like some sort of long instrumental section or something. So it's entirely possible to like find a shorter version. Exactly. Emperor Takashi, thank you for the prime. And Caliente, thank you for the 14. Yeah, can we get some love for our subs, especially our new sub? Welcome to the channel, Emperor. Enjoy your emotes. Give me 1 second here. Just grabbing today's artwork. Getting the link prepped. Hello, Kayotsu. How's it going? Let everybody on the YouTube side of things. Alrighty, let's get this party started. How it do, everybody? I just realized the song is actually like really loud. There we go. That'll help. Here is today's artwork. Do me a favor, go give the artist some love. Last day to farm dragon scales. Yeah, we might do that for a little bit because it's not like I have like too much else going on at the moment. So let me double check my stuff. It looks like we got a couple that will be done here in a couple minutes. Obviously, for you guys, I am going to recommend trying to stay as up to date on story as possible, just because it is a thing, and the story like kind of bloats a little bit here in the middle. I was somewhat annoyed with it this morning with how much it kept going on because I was actually past the point threshold needed to unlock everything. So I just kept going and going and going, and like I was still doing story even at work, and I was like, what the hell, why is this like not over already? But again, it is a good thing to do. I now have 6 dogs, and there's tons of new nodes for you guys to do. So if you get all of your story complete up to the time lock for today, you'll have all of these nodes. So again, I just highly recommend actually sitting down and doing it. Stories are getting too long lately. I don't think it's that the stories are too long. I think their pacing just sucks. Like they're not doing a good job of actually like spreading it out. But it is what it is. You should show Draco's special animation to prep people for tomorrow. Yeah, I saw a post on Twitter reminding everyone that if you get rainbow orbs, you are not getting Draco, because Draco has a special animation that will not give you rainbow orbs. So it's one of those deals where it's like, it's a thing. I actually wish that they would allow for something like that, where you could get both and like basically like it started out as rainbow orbs and then did the animation. But it is what it is. Summer 6 Lotto almost over. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm okay with it. I got what I needed, quote unquote, out of it. So that's kind of where I've been. And actually, I believe this node that I'm about to go into is my I think it's my my silver node here. That was not an MLB that I just put. I low-key hate that that is the highest level of the CEs that I combined, because it keeps appearing first. Let's see. I should be able to fit mash. Yep, exactly. So, again, this is just kind of in the comp that I've been running with. I take a support casteray with the point C. I use my Da Vinci ruler, and I slap my waver there in the back end. And it's been working. She loops over everything other than the Berserker node. And the Berserker node was a, like, you needed like 4 to 2% more charge. And once you got that, it easily turned in like every single run and do at worst a 4 turn. But it was what it was. Hello, Evie. And Gold Miner. Well, I mean, I guess a lot of this stuff was like a thing already, but I think we were time locked to the crappy nodes yesterday. There's like 2 days of 3 minutes of story, and the last day was like 40 minutes of reading. Yeah, and to be fair to Sea Monster Crisis, I'll actually give them the benefit of the doubt on that one, because Sea Monster Crisis was meant to be a mystery, and you were not supposed to know until the very end. But I do still agree with you, and I think it could have been better paced and handled, because the big reveals didn't happen until the very end of the story. So I certainly believe that they can handle it better. But this is just how it was. It's how it was on JP, and yeah, I still agree. And this is why I've also kind of said the same things before, and being like, I think it's just a case of the devs kind of gotta like play it better, because in a weird way, especially with a 3-week event, and I was saying this before in like VIP and while we were watching anime at lunch, that like, I don't really understand why the devs don't actually spread the story out a little bit more to take up more of the 3-week period. I'm not saying they got to go a full 2 weeks or anything like that, but I feel like even going like 10 days would actually just feel better. But the flip side is then it would be worse trying to actually get enough. What's the word I'm looking for here? Like it would be worse actually trying to get to the end node, because it just wouldn't be there right away. Oh, I just realized I'm looping over assassins with a rider. It's not that she doesn't have the damage bonus to do this. She does, but it's I should not be doing this. Bakin versus assassins, yeah. Surprised you didn't lore Bakin skill 2 or 3. It's just a simple matter of I haven't actually like updated my Chaldea in a hot second, so I have no idea where I'm at on my lores. Like, I know I have a ton right now, but I don't know how much I need in the future. Just watching Barcast gush over pups heals my soul. Yep. Well, and I do agree with Bob. Bob was basically sitting there saying, you know, one of the problems with this event is that Barcast is included in it. And I won't disagree with that notion. And hear me out as to why, chat. So don't get me wrong. I like the fact that Barcast is here, and I like her character to begin with. But there is at least the one point in the story where Barghest calls back to Balbon, and it's very, very brief, okay? But it was just like a reminder of like, yep, it's like quite literally like, hey guys, remember LB6 again? And it just feels like they're coattail riding, and you're like, guys, come on, I know, we all know by now, like, you don't have to do this. So that's my only complaint with it. It's like, I don't mind the character or anything like that. It's just they really quite literally cannot let go of LB6. And you see it, and it gets like kind of dumb when you start to think about just how much they've done it and just how much they're going to keep doing it, at least through this year end. So hello, Sarth. I thought you were taking her to the assassin node to assert dominance. Pretty much. I just, like, she's a damage bonus unit and the, like, you know, bonus unit of the event. So I just never really had any intention to change her out. And you see, it worked. It wasn't that bad. So we'll just keep doing it because there's no reason not to. Although, hold on. I spy Ray with an MLB there. Yes, you actually put it on your Castoria. Good man. Summer LB6 part 2 incoming. Yeah, no, look, chat, if you guys get defensive over me saying something like that, please don't take this the wrong way, but like, it's 100% your bias on that, right? I am not saying it because I hate the character or anything like that. I really like Barcast. For reference, chat, I have a Grailed one on JP. So that should tell you a lot about how I feel about that character. But no, I just straight up will go ahead and freely admit that they are just overplaying that 100%. They have got to do a better job of involving some of the other characters. And I feel like at this point they're kind of stuck, and they're basically like they're not doing anything without constantly including one of the LB6 characters. So that's why. Hello, White. What's my current point total? I'm over 300. It doesn't help that the other LBs have weak writing than LB6 onwards. I couldn't tell you, right? Like, because I haven't actually read the LBs after LB6, but I will say I don't feel like the prior ones necessarily have weak writing. Like, when we were going through each of the LBs, everybody gushed over each one of them. So I don't think it's bad by any means, but I think it's just one of those deals where everybody really likes the cast LB6. That is why it's popular. That is why the devs play off of it. I just worry about their ability to like do anything outside of it in that regard. Trom is 10 out of 10. Yeah, and like I said, there's points of Trom that I actually just straight up like better than LB6. What do we know about LB2? Gerda going hop. Yeah. But that's kind of my point, is that like a little bit they could easily co-opt some of the other Lostbelt stories a little bit more. I feel like it would actually be good to do so. And I'm not talking about like, so for instance, chat, you've got Oku. What is Oku? Oku is 3.5. But in a weird way, we can look back at LB3, which is China based. We can look at LB4, which is India based, and we can say that Oku, the Tokugawa Japanese based one, did not really have anything to do with those two. It kind of did, but it really didn't. And so like I can look back at some of that and go like, yeah, even with that stuff, like even with the 0.5s, they weren't really like actually calling back very much to the Lostbelt that they originated from. So it's kind of why I have that standpoint of just being like, yeah, I just kind of want to see them flesh out some of it a lot more. And to be honest, that's what they need to do. Like LB6 does not need to be fleshed out more. Like I'll say this, I'm perfectly fine with them giving their characters their due time and you know, time in the spotlight and everything like that. I have no issue with that. It's more just the amount that they have at this point. Because yeah, we literally get characters that are introduced in a Lostbelt and then are just never seen again. And I'm like, that's on the devs. They just are not actually like writing the stories and actually including them. So that's kind of the problem, I think, with it overall, is that they just have to actually sit down and do that. And if they do, they'll be successful and people will really like and enjoy the characters again. But I think until they do that, they're going to have problems just naturally. Just do it like that. Now this will get spicy because I'll have to do this without the buffs. They're not there because Arjuna ate all the gods. True. But you know, in all honesty, chat, wouldn't you find it somewhat interesting to see like you know, Ragnarok before the events of LB2, or Arjuna while he's eating all the gods? Like those sorts of things I would actually like to see like covered a little bit more rather than just told, because I feel like they could tell interesting stories that way and it would be pretty intriguing to see. LB2 feels really bad. I don't think LB2 was that bad. I think the only issue I have with LB2 is that LB2 feels like a missed opportunity. So it's like, I didn't hate the story by any means. I actually really like LB2, but it runs into the problem of, hey, like kind of the crazy stuff happened before, and now you're trying to like come in and stop this like existential threat that like nobody seems to know what it is. So it's okay in the way that it's told, but it certainly is something that I think at this point actually could use a little bit more exposition. Oku happened because of an LB, but did not affect the story of the LB. Yeah, and that's the thing I've tried to tell people before, is that like the 0.5 events. So like obviously when you get to something like Tunguska, it's like one directly leads to the next, directly leads to the next, right? But That is where, like, with 5.5 and Tunguska, we basically had a much more direct connection to the events. Versus with Oku and Imaginary Scramble, they felt isolated and their own contained story that did not really necessarily happen in connection to the other things, right? Like, I think part of that is when you have an actual story to write, it's easier to draw that connection versus an event story where you kind of got to get up and go. But I do think that is something that, like, if you look, I think 3.5 and 4.5, aka Oku and Imaginary Scramble, were developed as story important events before they decided to stall and adopt the 0.5 system. Okay? I don't think the 0.5 system was originally in their plans, still to this day. Like, I don't think it was ever actually planned. It doesn't mean that they didn't plan to do Oku. It doesn't mean that they didn't plan to do Imaginary Scramble. I just straight up think that they decided to do it later on because they realized they needed to pad and stall for time a little bit more due to things happening behind the scenes. And then as a result, they said, you know what? Those were story important events. Let's go ahead and call them 3.5 and 4.5. Because that's how I actually feel about that. 4.5 is a follow-up to Salem. Yeah, like it's kind of weird, right? If that's the case, because it feels like it has more of a tie to Salem than it does to 4 or to 5. So it's kind of odd, but I do understand. I think at least with Imaginary Scramble, you could say it ties a little bit more to 5 than it does 4, certainly. But it is an interesting thing nonetheless. One could argue that LB6 was the new Babylonia. No. One could argue that LB6 is the new Camelot. So, and I will die on that hill, chat. And the only reason why is because, to me, 7 is supposed to be your new Babylonia. 7 has a lot of analogs that you can tie to Babylonia, but I don't know how people perceive 7. I've heard very mixed things. So I'm going to say somehow 7 maybe just doesn't land as hard as Babylonia does. Camelot isn't talked about as much. Sure, it's not, but that's also because it's basically being ruled by Morgan Le Fay, and you're a little bit doing more. So this is an interesting concept, right? So if you think about, like, the journey of King Arthur, right? He draws the sword from the stone, and then he has to go on a journey to become king. And in that time, he travels and he goes on these sorts of adventures, so to speak. And that is fundamentally the story of Castoria in LB6. You are paralleling that. You are doing the same thing. So it's more like King Arthur before Camelot. And that's why the focus isn't on Camelot. Also because Morgan is sitting there in Camelot. So you really only deal with Camelot when it, like, actually gets to the point of, like, you going there. Otherwise, it's not significant really for the story otherwise. And I'm talking the actual location, not singularity. I don't think I hear people talk about Camelot as much as Babylon. You exist in this channel. You hear Camelot mentioned a lot more than Babylon. Unless you're talking about the rest of the internet. Which, yeah, I mean, I'll agree to that. But I also think that, like, those two are held up as the best of the early singularities. People seem to prefer Babylon, but I'm also going to say that largely has to do with the cast of Babylon. Straight up. Also, I don't know why, but song request is just being really loud lately. Also, thank you to the anonymous gifter gifting a sub to Aurelia bot. And also, thank you to the anonymous gifter who gifted 5 subs. Hot damn. Thank you, chat. I appreciate it. And if I didn't say it earlier, I thank you for the resub. And yeah, I think I said it to Caliente. So, but sorry, I got distracted on that. But again, thank you. I really do appreciate that. Chat, can we get some love? Can we get some CAD bombs and hugs and cheers in chat? But no, yeah, all I'm trying to say on that is like I think Babylonia and people's preference to it is in large part due to basically Ishtar and Erish being there, and straight up a lot of people liking some of the other cast. Okay. I will say that the ending to Babylonia also is very epic, and I think that gets a lot of people hyped for things. However, for me personally, and I know I am biased towards Camelot, okay? But I actually have some issues with the way Babylonia is written. And the reason that I have issues with the way Babylonia is written is because Babylonia keeps doing this. They just keep pulling the rabbit out of the hat over and over and over again. They straight up like everything is plot convenient. Where it's like, oh, holy crap, we're at our lowest low. Everything is going wrong. Oh, and we're miraculously saved. Oh God, we're at our lowest low now again. Everything just keeps going wrong, and we're saved again. Oh my God, we're at our lowest low again, and we're saved again, and again, and again. This happens like 6 different times in Babylonia. So that is my issue with it. It's like, to me, they have this sort of I'd say almost an artificial sense of like urgency, because it's really not urgent until Tiamat shows up. What the hell, chat? Hello, Trubs. Okay, burning with the song skip. Welcome everybody from Trubs the stream. Welcome on in. Guys, if you've never checked out my buddy, Mr. Two Love Trouble, make sure you go do so. He's a good friend of mine. He's been streaming longer than even I have. He's a FGO extraordinaire, a lore wizard, and a, again, translator. So if you guys have never checked him out, definitely go do so. Go give that man a follow. He's always somebody that is covering the JP content and streams for us. He's neck deep in theory, craft, and lore, so you can always talk to him about the stuff that's happening, including stuff that like I won't talk about, because you guys know I don't like to talk about story that hasn't happened yet on an A. So definitely a thing. But again, thank you for the raid, buddy. How was stream? How was your AMA? I mean, doesn't that happen in every story event? Sure, Mish. It's the amount that it happens, though. Like that's what I'm pointing out. Is it's not that like there isn't some level of plot convenience in every story. It's the amount that it keeps happening over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's my issue with Babylonia. And it's not that it's not epic still. I still like Babylonia, but that definitely is a point of detraction for me. And I'm not counting Fairy Cup and Summer. Well, that's kind of the point that I was making, Zaruku. You're making my point for me. You're not going to count 2 of the events that she's in, because she hasn't had her sole spotlight event. Most other units in this game would kill to even be included in an event, let alone get the spotlight. Didn't ruin it for me? It didn't ruin it for me either. But it's still a point that I hold against it. We're Gorgon attacks the city, yeah. Repetition is boring in some cases. Well, it's sort of like a boy who cried wolf scenario. After it happens enough times, you know, like, so for instance, if you keep putting the person in peril in the same way over and over and over again, you know they're going to get out of it every time. Like we always know that in FGO. And the only question is ever going to be like, it's not, are we going to get out of the peril? Are we going to win? We know that. It's just like how and what might be the cost. That's really all the only question we ever ask ourselves. It's not plot convenience when you call it fate. Oh, don't you dare. What kind of event would require Melisson to be a guest in? I don't know. Whatever event they want. This is the last time a low star servant was part of an event. That actually happens more than you think, but still not that often. And like they get included in events all the time, but not like really ever given much spotlight, unfortunately. I don't know why Morgan needed to be in Sea Monster Crisis. She's absent for 95% of the event. Yeah. I mean, there is a reason that she's there, but yeah. To be honest, all the story chapters felt like that to me. I think there's the fair share of peril in each one. Like, don't get me wrong. Part of this is they have to like have some level of peril to like raise the stakes. It's just you can't overdo it, and Babylonia really does overdo it. Babylonia only did it more because it had two halves to it. Yeah, that is part of the issue with it. Nobukatsu and Anning in their respective events, pretty much. Peril equal master or mash dying. Peril is just a threatening situation of some sort that raises the stakes, right? The Leonidas scene was lit though. Yeah. You don't have to apologize for that, White, but I am going to say I just disagree with you. So as long as you don't hold it against me, I won't hold it against you. Mostly for his meme of being an otaku. Yeah. Making a new event around an old servant is kind of sus. I don't think so. I would actually love to see that in a lot of ways. I expect it. Okay. A Medea notice me event. Wait, who? No, and that's like 100% the problem, right? We have units that are like borderline forgotten at this point, and then we have units that are like repeatedly in multiple events within the same year, and you're like, huh? So it's like I'm never gonna sit here and be like they can't do that. I'm just going to point out that it's like, yes, it would be better if they actually spread it around more. It's not like, again, to make this clear, chat, it's not like I hate Bakin or I hate her involvement in the event. The only point that I had is like when they straight up just immediately called back to LB6. Especially when we just straight up ignore Ku. Ku is actually like in a lot of stuff, but he is definitely not elevated probably to the status he should be. But that's an old conversation at this point. Is Medusa more relegated to Gouda now? Don't know. Right? Like, I think that sort of thing is like, it really depends because even in something like Gouda, you don't necessarily see her that often. I think we're going to do that. expect Lasengle to introduce a new Medea unit that is just Fate Medea, having utterly forgotten she was already in the roster? No, because they already did that, and it's called Medea Lily. Like, straight up, that is the thing, right? And I think that's the important thing to denote of why, like, maybe some of the original cast doesn't get their time in the sun as much. I've talked about this before, but it's basically an issue of the devs have put in newer characters that they themselves actually, like or prefer to some degree. But I don't even think it's necessarily that so much as it is that they want to tell new stories with these new characters, and they don't want to mess with pre-existing lore. And so they just say, all right, instead of doing Medea, let's do Medea Lily that we've created for FGO, because her lore hasn't really been set. So we can just go ahead and like do whatever we want with that. And I kind of get that, but I also kind of think it sucks from the standpoint of you should occasionally call back to the quote unquote nostalgia. You should try to get the people that are like, oh man, I just really, 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 really like this character. And it's why I like got into Fate or something like that. You should scratch that itch every now and then. Medusa just wants to be left out of Gouda. That's the whole joke of her appearances there. Yeah. She keeps getting roped into stuff and doesn't actually want to be there. The Walter artist Zen who loves Lalter was mad how she was handled in the LB. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame that, right? Like, he's 100% right in that regard, because you finally get to see Lalter. She had an impact, but it was basically all done off screen, and you just hear about it after the fact. It's very much to the same degree that but even worse in this case, of Tomoe being in LB, or sorry, not LB, being in Babylonia. So we know Tomoe was in Babylonia. She was summoned before we ever got there. And we never really actually hear much more about it. We don't know really what she was doing. We just know that she was probably slaying people. So it's like, it feels like it's just a weird name drop at that point. And I think in that case, it was 100% done because they knew they were going to have her come out with Shimosa. But I think at the time it was just something that they said, like, okay, we'll name drop her, we'll put her in, but we're not actually going to show her. We're not actually going to like give her any sort of time in the sun in that regard. So I think it's very much a similar case in that regard. Walter was literally an I'm here too character in Olympus. Yeah. Wasn't Ibaraki also in Babylonia? Was Banana? Like, I feel like you guys are right. I'm just trying to remember when it actually was, or if she actually did anything of significance. They were called by Gil Caster, yeah. Was she just also name dropped? Was why? It was pre-pro tag arrival, yeah. And that's like, it's just sad because you it feels like you get some stuff like that all the time. Still torn over which I found more insulting, annoying for the character. Walter and I'm here too in Olympus, or Nezha Worf has the flu moment in LB4. I feel like Nezha had more going on though in LB4, so like you actually fight her. It's actually like a plot point for why you have to type deal. So I would say Nezha is definitely not the one I would go with in that circumstance. You can see them also in the anime ending credits. Yeah, I like W4 story. Chat. There has not been a Lostbelt that I haven't liked. Like this is why I say, like, again, I don't feel like the Lostbelts are badly written. And to that degree, my points on like the devs stalling with the actual story is more like, please, I just want some answers. I just want things to conclude. I want this to wrap up. It's not a, hey, the story is bad. It's just like, hey, you've been dragging this out for so damn long and I want some closure, right? That's basically all it is for me. There we go. Is literally there for me is here and it's dangerous. I am the dead. Were you talking about the fact that she like doesn't speak very well? Because yeah, that's a thing. But she's also like Fran in that regard. The background of this beat sounds like it's exactly what I would hear in a Star Wars cantina. Well, not now. I like how the second I say that, it changed. Maybe part 3 is a myth. I don't think part 3 is a myth. I do think FGO is going to have a part 3, and I do think it will probably change some stuff and it'll be good for the game. But it is certainly taking them a long time to get to it, and I think the reason that we don't have it is purely because like they are busy with other projects and they cannot devote the time, so they are stalling as best as they can. And like I say that, they may already be done. They may have the time now to actually be working on part 3 behind the scenes. But for whatever reason, they have maybe not managed to do so. Is Saber Doosa more comparable to Astolfo or Okita, or is she her own thing, really? I'd say she's more comparable to Astolfo than Okita, but I would say she is a lot better than Astolfo Saber, at least in my opinion. She just feels more usable to me. I'll do anything to get Lalter Summer or Saber Lily Summer. Saber Lily needs love too. Yeah, trying to think of how to say this because I think this is the appropriate way to say this. It's the same way people feel about like casual fans showing up one day knowing nothing about an IP, making blanket statements and just being utterly wrong. So in that same vein, I feel really bad for like the tourist, like Morgan Le Fay and Castoria fans, because they just suddenly come in and it's like those are the only two Saber faces that they actually care about, and they don't actually know anything really about them. And it gets annoying seeing some of the stuff that they talk about, and I'm like, But at the same time, I just usually don't say anything. I just keep my mouth shut because I'm just like, well, at least they like a character that I like too. But that's the only thing I can refer to it as. This is basically tourism. They essentially like, and I've straight up seen people that are like, oh, I like Salter, but I hate Artoria, and I'm like, do you not realize that's the same person? Like, do you not understand? Like, I straight up see comments like that, and I'm just like, oh. I feel like New Saber Lily might be saved for the Carnival Phantasm collab. But yeah, no, I mean, so more back on the subject. It's like, yeah, I agree. I would love to see, a character like Saber Lily get a little bit more spotlight. She has had the Saber Wars event, but to me, the Saber Wars event is more about MHX and less about Lily. Lily's just kind of there as the sort of also ran. So I would actually like to see a little bit more of like Artoria's actual backstory get talked about, aka Lily, right? I would love that. And unfortunately, I don't think they'll ever do it because it's that same sort of concept of, I don't think they want to fuck with the original lore of the original characters. They just don't want to touch it. I can like and hate a person at the same time. I love but hate Kendra. They hated him for they knew he spoke the truth. Yeah, no, and that's like, I understand people having their preferences. I just cannot take anyone seriously that are like, well, yes, I like this version and I hate this version, and I'm like, they're the same thing. It's like corporate needs you to find the difference between these two pictures. They're the same. It's quite literally alter versions, chat, are like corrupted, angry versions. So I understand thinking that's cool and liking that, but if you're saying you don't like the OG, you literally don't like a lot of what makes up the altar then at that point. So it's like, have fun with that, I guess. Saber Wars 3, Saber Lily, and the return of the spinoff. I would actually love it if they did a Saber Wars 3, but that's because I think the Servant universe is actually kind of cool. I want to see them flesh it out a little bit more. So certain things like apparently like Gilgamesh is the actual like emperor and stuff like that. I actually want to see them go through that a little bit more. You have a Lartoria Aurelia meme of that? Yes. For me, I usually like the OG and not the altar much. I can understand like having a philosophical difference between the two, but I would never like go so far as to say like, oh, I hate the altar, right? Unless like maybe they twisted the lore in such a way that you didn't like it. I can understand that, but that would be more of a like, you didn't like how they actually did the concept rather than you don't like the concept. I would think, right? Mud was almost always corruptive. Okay, so I'm also going to go ahead and tell you that in that case, Ahado, it 100% still is. Like, just hear me out on that. But the way in which she is corrupted is probably not as bad as some of the others. You can liken it to when Gil got corrupted by the mud, it didn't change him very much. He just got a little bit more murderous. And you can watch like Fate Zero and stuff, and people be like, "Oh, Gil didn't get corrupted." I'm like, yeah, sure. That's why his motives totally changed from "I'm bored and just want to have a good time" to "Let's kill all of humanity." Like, I'm like, I don't know about that one. I think we can easily say he got corrupted. no matter what he claims. And that's the important thing to remember too, chat. Nasu writes in such a way that he will make the characters speak what they actually believe and think, right? So it's so much to the point that like you could also believe it and think it too, but that may not actually be the case. I still blame the Twitter algorithm for shoving art in my face every day. Yes, I too blame the Twitter algorithm for shoving Big Booba in your face. You're just gonna have to grin and bear it. He just claims not to be corrupted because of his ego. Yeah. But I will say, I do think Gil was not changed very much. Maybe something to do with that ego was already like powerful enough that it didn't actually like do very much to him. It just straight up made him sink to a new level of depravity, and that was really it. He stuck around because he had people that were fascinating to him, like Kira. Yeah, exactly. Rushing through Lostbelt 3 to be able to play the event. Ooh, good luck. Shouldn't be too hard. Lostbelt 3 is not super bad. It does have some decent fights, though, if you don't have the right units. Oh, I forgot the Mystic code there. Ooh, hold on. Maybe I can crit this. Yeah, we got it. Don't even need the NP. I don't know if the altar concept was fully fleshed out back then. All right, chat, I got a hot take for you. I don't know if the altar concept is fully fleshed out now. Just saying. Because it's sort of like how we've seen, hey, the concept of a ruler has changed over time. We've also kind of seen the concept of an altar change over time. So it's like, I don't know, right? Like, you just always keep finding that there's more exceptions to the rule. I find it comical how far I have to scroll to find a Summer Scotty with the right craft essence on sometimes. There we go. I found it, and it's from a random all the way at the bottom of the list. My favorite concept of rulers are hot waifu wrestlers. Right, which is absolutely not what a ruler is supposed to be, right? Like, the ruler originally was just defined as somebody that has no desire upon the grail. But then you see some of the rulers and the way they're implemented into FGO, and you're like, there's just no way. They absolutely have a desire. Can't you filter for Bonsi now on JP? You think I can read Japanese? Nani? I'm just a well-trained monkey, chat. As much as I love Air Shelter was a disappointment. I'll refrain from talking about that just because of spoilers. They broke that rule all the way back with Amakusa. Yeah. Well, and remember, chat, the way in which that rule was broken was, well, yeah, we broke the rule, but it's because the Einsburns meddled. And you're like... So you're telling me that there's no rule. That's what I'm hearing. And that is the truth of FGO at this point, and really Fate in general, is there are no rules, chat. If they tell you a rule, it's just because they're going to break it. That's it. 4K. It's really easy and helps a ton. I probably should, with the amount of anime that I process on a daily basis and the amount of literal time I spend in a Japanese game. Einsburn is just pooping the grail. Yep. What did you think the grail mod was? If someone isn't breaking the rules, then it isn't important. Well, and I'll say this: Nasu's not the only one that does that. It 100% is a like literary trope at this point that a lot of the times a writer will tell you about a rule is because it's going to be broken. Whereas I'm going to say in fiction, it is important to set some rules. Not that you can't break them, but that like it is important to at least have some sort of structure to your world, your universe. Particularly because you need the reader to understand why it is different from normal life, right? And if you start violating that, you start like breaking the fourth wall all the time, the reader just like begins to lose any concept of what rules actually are. And so they just realize that everything is permissible at that point. Thanks, Kat. You're welcome. Brennan Sanderson has a good set of rules for writing fictional magic. What does he? You should send that to me. You don't need the kanji. Yeah, like, I mean, there's certainly things that I recognize after all this time, but it's not hard. It's just like, between like you actually present me with a filter menu, no, I cannot process any of that. I can recognize like the difference between like day and minute in the kanji, but like chat, ask me what the difference is between kanji and hiragana. I don't know. I just know they're both writing forms. I don't know how to recognize one from the other. I feel like when I was younger, I would have, but I feel like it's something that I've forgotten now. What's the difference between hiragana and katakana? No idea. Honey mustard and Dijon. Okay, so Dijon has oh god, what is it? Dijon usually has I think it's like thickened with mayo and has something else in it, isn't it, chat? Is it horseradish? Oh, so the difference according to Google is that Dijon has a distinctive mustard flavor and is more intense, sharp, and complex than yellow mustard. Thanks, Google. Very helpful. I really like these like AI results that you're giving now. It is liquor as well, does it? I didn't know that if that was the case. A Dijon mustard is traditional mustard in France. Named after the city of Dijon in Burgundy. It assumed its current form in 1856 when Jean Nigien of Dijon replaced the vinegar usually used in prepared mustard with verjus, the acidic juice of unripe grapes. Ah, so there you go. The main ingredients of the modern condiment are brown mustard seeds and a mixture of white wine, vinegar, water, and salt, designed to imitate the original verjus. I actually did not know that. I straight up thought it had horseradish in it. Come tomorrow, Draco. That's the assumption, but it may not be Draco at all tomorrow, right, chat? We have no idea. Allspice? What the hell? Huh. Old Spice? What? Yeah. Yeah, totally Old Spice. You first have to wear it all day and let it marinate and then scrape it off. Yeah, allspice is an actual thing. It could be Tiamat. It could be. People have pointed out that Tiamat did have a banner back at New Year's, so that's certainly a possibility. But I mean, at this point, chat, it has been 6 months, so it's like they can straight up just run it again if they need to. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like there was more to Dijon than I thought. I did not realize that it was quite literally just spicy mustard in the form of like, hey, we totally put wine in this shit because we're French and we put wine in everything. Chat, this makes me want wine. And it was one again, BF approved. Nice. Congratulations. Kanji is like, oh man, we don't have space bars in our language. I know. If every other word is a pictogram, we will know which word is which. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like the Egyptians had that figured out, right? Like, straight up, just with hieroglyphics. Hiragana is equivalent to katakana, but is used for non-foreign words. So katakana is only used for foreign words? Why the hell do we bother with any distinction then? Why isn't it just hiragana for foreign words? It just seems odd to me. Because Japanese, I see. If you try reading Japanese, you'll understand. How would I understand if I can't read Japanese? Chat, give me 1 second. I'm going to go get some wine. Because Chad has convinced me now with the spicy mustard talk. Okay. Oh. Japanese can be a bit confusing as is, so you can need the katakana with hiragana for making it easier to understand. Kanji are foreign words. Okay, that's what I thought. Sorry, I just had to check. The last time I actually drank this one, I actually had a tummy ache, chat. But it was I think caused by something else. Okay. Yes. Yes, chat. All right. from getting smashed by as an ogre. Yeah, this took the edge off. But no, so we'll probably, well, we could pop an apple here. I'm just debating what I want to do on JP because I don't mind continuing to farm for a little bit here. It's one of those things where it's like, I've gotten everything I need, but I straight up don't mind continuing on. And I won't mind getting these done before the new event comes out on JP so that I can actually just focus tomorrow on the Lilum Harlot the Lilum Harlot rerun. Recite the Bible in Japanese. No. I have seen that meme though. Look out, cat is about to be hammered. I don't get hammered from wine very easily. I can quite literally drink multiple bottles without getting full-blown drunk. But it's definitely nice. Like, I will say this. The one thing white girls have correct is, to me, getting wine wasted is like the actual like most comfortable like drunkenness. You are just like warm and fuzzy. It is quite literally the most enjoyable of getting drunk. Exactly. What is this? What is this weird hieroglyphics that Avalon's putting in my chat? I stream though? Nah. I haven't partaken in drugs since college, chat. Nor do I really recommend it. I got like nothing against people that just want to like take the edge off themselves, but like it's just not really for me. But I call it a meme rather than the norm. Yeah, but I don't understand what you said. I can find out though. Here, right click translate to English. No, why did it not translate? Lewd? How dare you call me lewd? Alcohol is a drug. Yeah, I'm aware. It's just like alcohol and its effects are very well known at this point, well studied. And I don't know. I feel like taking it in moderation is actually not that bad for you, as opposed to like what you don't want to do is you never want to be that like habitual drinker that like overly drinks every single day. That is extremely bad for you. But like, you know, having a beer every now and then, having a glass of wine with your dinner or something like that, that's not bad. And in fact, like in the case of red wine in particular, there's actually some health benefits to it. Caffeine is also a drug, right? And chat, just remember that everything will kill you in the state of California. That is the ultimate takeaway. So all that I have learned is that California is apparently even more lethal than Australia. Even Skittles. Yes, even Skittles. Bring up the hiragana and katakana charts and see what you can figure out. You know, that does sound interesting. However, one, I'm usually at work, and two, artists say some pretty fucking weird shit. So, like, it could be a thing, but I feel like I would be asking for it. I thought it was Texas where everything's trying to kill you. No, just the people in Texas. Everything will kill you in the state of California, especially rent. Oh yeah, no, rent is the most lethal. The actual cost of living is the most lethal. Someone sneaks in the lost meme into hiragana versus katakana test. Yeah, I mean, people will do that. When do you expect to see Draco in NNA? I mean, whenever we get the actual arcade collab, which should happen the same year it did for JP. So, in that regard, next year it should be our next year's collab. Been under comma reads comma. And the bit under Nero Bride reads Nero Biraido. I see. Yeah, I don't mind adopting my Shogun 2 voice every once in a while for reading the Japanese. Okay. Just learn a few whenever you feel like it. There's no rush. Well, the problem is I feel like if you, and this goes for like any language, if you do not learn it and use it, you will forget it straight up. So it's like, it is a problem to me that, like, if I were going to learn it, I would sit down and I would learn it. And then I would try to practice it as much as possible. Wait, what am I doing? I actually need Castoria for this. Okay, so chat, Trubs didn't believe me that this was my 3 turn. So this is the 90++ node, and this is literally just what I run. It is just this, and yeah, now I'm all the way at rank 9, but I think when I started, I was only at like rank 3 of this Mystic Code or something like that. So it does at least have the arts up. But Trubs was asking me about the first wave, because apparently the first wave can actually spawn one enemy. I think I've only seen it the one time, though. And when I saw it, I just immediately, like, just carded it out. So I think I've only ever seen it the once. And every other time I've been lucky. Now, watch as I say it and it shows up again. But I don't think it'll be a thing. Do you think they'll run the 30 million downloads campaign with Lilim Harlot, as in release simultaneously? I am going to say it. There you go, chat. I literally got a single spawn. I will say that I believe that we are already overdue for the 30 million downloads campaign. I am surprised it has not happened already. I am surprised it did not happen in the 3rd week of this current rerun, so aka this week. And at that point, yes, I fully expect it to happen during the Lilim Harlot rerun. So we'll see, right? Trubs, I find it fucking hilarious because I have not had it happen. This is straight up irregular for me. And like I said, this is all I do. I just basically just come in here, throw the Castoria arts buffs on, do Musashi's first and second. I only do the first because, like, getting the dodge on there in case something does go wrong is actually kind of nice. But then from there, like, I don't even have to pop really anything else. And then I will probably actually just mighty chain this. Basically put the Musashi card 3rd. And it should be enough to kill. Yeah, there you go. So I have a level 100. She's 2k foed. And I have a level 100 damage she on. So it's enough, basically, that you just get right through it anyways. Trub spawned the one enemy spawn. He did. He cursed me. But no, it was wild because I thought he was gaslighting me earlier on stream. I was like, I just don't remember this. And then, like, the more he said it, I went and I looked it up and I was like, oh, they are both rare spawns. I was like, did I have one? And I was like, oh yeah, I did card through it once. So it was like me gaslighting him, and then I thought he was gaslighting me, and then I apparently was gaslighting him. Okay. So, and then all I do is I occasionally mix in a Castoria NP, particularly if I do not have Musashi cards, as it is the easiest way to make sure this clears. Is it a fast 3-turn as a result of this? No. But it is a plug suitless 3-turn with, I'm going to say, functionally max bonus. I'm using the damage C, so I'm at 5 slot instead of 6. But in that process, like I said, I'm getting to level the new Mystic Code. I have people on my back line bonding, so this just really works out for me. The only downside is I am using my own Castoria, who is bond 15, so she is a waste in that regard. But it works, and it's relatively brain dead, other than that single enemy scenario in the front. Isn't skill 3 turns? Why not pop it at the start? Because the defense down for it isn't. You do get the effects for 3 turns, but the defense down goes on the enemy that, like, so for instance, if I were to pop it now, these enemies would get defense down, and that doesn't get carried between the waves. So because I actually do need it for the damage output on wave 3, I just sit on it. And this is actually how a lot of people loop with Musashi at NP1. It is a tactic that I have been using for a long time on JP and brought forward to NA. And it like, there's definitely times where if you just want it brain dead and you know you're going to clear, you just pop it turn 1 and you go, exactly like you're talking about. But there's times where if damage is really, like, suspect, you sit on it, you save it. Because that's really all it actually does, is more damage, and as a result, you don't necessarily have to have it. So, like, even for this wave, I don't need it at all for this guy. Early for overkill hits as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's just something you got to play with. You don't like using bond 15 servants? At that point, why bother keeping them around? Because I'll still use them. Exactly like you're saying. I do not like using a bond 15 servant. I will use a bond 15 servant. Like, and I've said this before, that if it suits me to do so, that is to say, if I'm not screwing myself in some other way. Actually, hold on. I totally messed up the presses there. If it suits me in some other way, that is to say that, like, it is easier to do the bond 15 run than the next, like let's say that, like, you had 2 comps, one with a bond 15 unit and one without. The one with a bond 15 unit is a brain dead 3 turn. The one without is a, like the next best option is a super fucking, like, maximum button press, like, takes a shit ton of time, sometimes fails, 3 turn. I'm gonna run that bond 15. Like, at that point, I'm going to say it's not worth my sanity to sit there, like, dealing with a bunch of problems that could happen in the middle of the node. I'll run the bond 15 and go with it. If I have an adequate other comp that works, that is reasonably as good, I will run that instead. I will not run the bond 15 unit. So I won't shoot myself in the foot not to use it, but I don't want to use it if I don't have to. If that makes any sense. Why not just burn your bond 15? Yeah, I don't ascribe to, in a weird way, like, I like to get a lot of bond. I like to be bond efficient, but I don't ascribe to, like, bond elitism in that regard. Is this Frozen? It actually sounds better with a male singing it. Hello, CZ, how's it going? Yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure you go follow CZ as well. He's a stream team member of mine, another good friend. He is hot on the pace for Wuthering Waves right now. Definitely go follow him if you need to know anything about that game. I love this version. It's actually pretty good. He's got a good voice. Did I just hear why not burn your bond for 2? Well, it was a joke, but yes. Could you tell me if blank is good or bad? I have no idea. Because, like, I might be able to Google Translate on the YouTube panel here. Let me see. No, it didn't let me. So I can do it in Twitch chat. I might be able to do it by highlighting it. Okay, so amazing. Amazing is good. I know everything I need to know to be confidently wrong with authority. Yes, you know just enough to be dangerous. I'm familiar with that. That's how I am with Spanish. I know next to no Spanish, but I know just enough words to string together some absolutely terribly butchered sentence to make people laugh. Like El Pollo Loco in La Biblioteca. Los pantalones es en fuego. Yes. ¿Dónde está el baño? ¿No hablo español? Ah. Sí. Sí. And here I thought the classic "Donde está la biblioteca" would appear. No, I always warp biblioteca into something crazy because it's such a fun word. Like like we have library and Spanish people have biblioteca. ¿Por qué? Gabron? Oh, don't you dare. Omelette du fromage? I see. Cameron Diaz? I don't think that's Spanish anymore. But yeah, like I said, I know I don't know enough. And so I would never tell anyone that I can speak Spanish. Because especially while I can say some words, I might be able to get something across in Spanish rudimentarily. I absolutely could not understand anyone speaking Spanish. Because Spanish speakers speak very fast. And to be fair, like I think this is true of any language. I think when you are not fluent in the language, it always sounds like it's going at a ridiculous pace to you. I am skipping this just so it doesn't get caught in my head. Nice try, chat. I'll not stop using Bond 15 servants if they're a favorite of mine. Well, I mean, again, it's exactly like I said. Like, as I don't know why you asked me why I didn't just put the unit away. I see people do that all the time. It makes no fucking sense to me. I do not understand putting units in a second archive. It makes zero sense unless it's like an extra copy of the unit. Like, I have a couple of units in my second archive, and that's because they are like the NP6 of the unit. Or they are the like esports low star version of the, or sorry, low level version of the unit that I can pull out if I every once in a blue moon need it. But otherwise, every other unit in my roster just stays there because instead, what I put in my second archive is embers that I know I'm not going to pull out for like months. So. Don't worry about fast speaking Spanish. I'm Mexican and I'm still not used to fast Spanish. Okay. I'm glad to know that it's even hard even for the native speakers at times. Manly man. I love this movie. Why even put your advantage away? Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't ascribe to that philosophy. I never will. I never understand why people do that. It's like it's almost like people are disgusted by the unit and they put it away, or they don't want the temptation of doing it. And I'm just like, at that point, I feel like it's not saying, hey, I would prefer not to use this unit for efficiency, and more like, I will not use this unit. And I'm like, okay, cool, but then why the hell did you roll the unit knowing full well that you were gonna like bond them out eventually and then never touch them again? That feels like a waste to me at that point. Pretty priced into using my Oberon and Koyan on JP, even though they're bond 15. Yeah, so like JP is where I actually really had the issue because my Castoria is already bond 15. My Oberon is coming up on bond 14. My original Scotty is coming up on bond 14. My ruler Scotty, I think, is finally coming up on bond 10. She's the one that actually I think she hit bond 10 the other day on the ordeal call known. And my Nero Bride is bond 12 now, I think. My Tamamo is bond 10. No, that's on NA. I think my Tamamo's bond 11 on JP. My waiver is also bond 11 on JP. My Reigns is also bond 11 on JP. So it's like I still have some supports that I could use, but basically Castoria, Scotty, and Koyanskaya are all high bond level. Oh, I didn't say Koyanskaya. Koyanskaya is bond 13 about halfway through. So like I am straight up at the point where like the quote unquote big meta ones are all nearing Bond 15. So again, I will try to not to use them if I can, but if I can't, I'm still going to use them. Like if they're the only solution, fuck it. It's not worth it. It's not worth making myself have a shittier time in the game. In the words of Billy Madison, if someone's speaking fast Spanish, slow down. I feel like, you know, as English speakers, we also do that to a degree. I like to pause quite a bit, and part of the reason for that is because I like take deep breaths and stuff because of this. But I feel like there are definitely some speakers that speak extremely fast, and there are times that I'm just like, please, just slow down. You don't need to talk that fast. Mentality only plays in the dev's hands when they want you to roll for their watered down player 2 versions of these servants. I mean, yeah, but that's also why, like I said, it's like I'll try not to use them. But part of the reason that I'll try not to use them, right? So it's like, again, if my Oberon is Bond 14, I'm going to try not to use Oberon. I'm going to try to use somebody else so that I can preserve this for when basically I have to use Oberon. When I have to use Oberon, I will use Oberon. So I know Oberon's going to end up at Bond 15. It's inevitable. But I may as well drag it out for as long as I can, right? I may as well get the most bang for my buck out of the other units when I don't have to use Oberon. And I think that's where a lot of this actually lies in. Don't take this the wrong way, chat, because I'm not saying this is an everyone type of thing. But I do certainly feel like part of the reason that a lot of people will sit there and they will only use the same couple of supports is because it's too difficult for them to figure out how to use some of the other supports sometimes. Like, after years of sitting there using Koyanskaya or Castoria, having to go back to Scotty looping makes them go like, huh? Or like having to sit there and work in like a waiver or a Reigns. Sometimes I feel like people just can't sit there and think about that. Certainly with Buster, I feel like the math is a little bit more clear. But I think the second you get into like quicker arts, people start to really like go like, I don't know, I don't want to do this. I don't want to have to think about it. So I think that is a thing. I just got 2 rainbow drops in a row. Nice. You're listening to a Macross 7 song now? I have never seen it. What is Macross about? Is it a Mech anime, chat? The original Idol anime. Okay. Wait. All right, hold on. Yes, it is. So is it Mech or is it Idol? I'm not sure. Quick is really wonky refund. It's a real problem for quick looping. Right. And that's why I'm saying, like, I do think some people just don't want to actually have to think about it. Like, and I'm not going to blame people for wanting it easy, right? I don't think you need a college degree or anything to understand it. But I do think overall, this is sort of an issue in the community is that basically fundamental info like how to loop with quick and how to understand looping in general is actually lost on the majority of people. A lot of people understand the concept, they don't really understand how it works, and they don't understand like how to easily process that and make changes to it. Mecha is the OG Idol anime. What? Transforming jets with girl pilots. So it's not that the girls are Transformers, it's that the jets are. Okay. I shall struggle to refund at MP1, and that's not how that works. Yep. It is a thing. I still see people regurgitate that nonsense to this day. Robotech is what you get when you mash 3 Macross series into one. So chat, I know I'm a heathen, and here's why. I've watched most of the Gundam animes, and I do like Mecha. I also, just in general, have not really watched other Mecha animes. Like, I've watched some, but not like the ones that people usually are like creaming over. So I have watched Aldnoah Zero. I have watched Eureka 7. I have watched Full Metal Panic and Fumofu. Don't know if I've watched anything else besides that. Like I said, I've watched a lot of Gundam stuff and then those. And like that's it. I have watched Evangelion. I have watched Evangelion back in the day. I was not a huge fan of it. Evangelion's just weird, chat. I understand, but like it's just weird. Gurren Lagann? Okay, I did watch Gurren Lagann. Though, to be fair, Gurren Lagann, calling it a mech anime is like... I mean, kind of, right? Like... Is Ava considered mecha? I believe so. Like, I've never watched any of the movies or anything for Evangelion. I've only ever watched the original series, so... Oh, I have watched Code Geass. I'm sorry. Thank you. I have watched that. Attack on Titan. Okay, flesh mechs are not a thing. Don't you dare. What people don't understand about Ava anymore is how monumentally influential it is. Yeah, I'm aware of that, right? Like, and so that's why, like, I understand why Ava has such a big following. I just find it incredibly weird. That's it. That's the only statement I can say about it. Like, again, where was it, chat? Where was it? Did I actually post it? I feel like I posted it. Oh, I know where I posted it. Yeah. Chat, this is one of the reasons that I find Evangelion weird is I understand this reference. Okay? I understand this reference. So, oh god, yeah. I haven't watched it, so I don't understand it. Good. Good. That's all I can say. Good. Yanko Cat, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I know exactly what you mean. Perfect time for ads. Yes. Evangelion's also flesh mechs. Yeah, to a degree. It probably is what influenced Attack on Titan. Straight up. Though, to be fair, at least with Attack on Titan, that whole aspect to it was not known in the beginning, right? It was just hypothesized. And of course, it did. Sometimes the clarity hits too hard. Yes. I need to give it a chance for Code Geass. Many people say it's good. Code Geass is good. I I do think Code Geass gets a little like repetitive after a while because it kind of does this like, all right, but let's do it again type deal. But aside from that, I got no problem with Code Geass. It's very good. But no, I've seen people that have brought up like numerous other mech animes, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, I just never like actually watched those, so I don't know. So it's part of the reason, chat, that whenever I see a mecha, I'm like, ooh, it's a Gundam. And people get so angry when you do that. Because it's like I'm sorry, to me, almost everything looks like it's Gundam. It just, that's how it is. It's because I started with Gundam, so everything looks like it's Gundam to me. Ghost in the Shell? I've watched Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell's good. You must mean season 2, right? Yeah. So interestingly enough, I have never watched Initial D. I did watch the recent season of MF Ghost though, and I liked MF Ghost, so I probably need to sit down and watch Initial D because I've always liked the music. Standalone Complex, yeah. I met Johnny Ong Bosch at a convention last month. Nice. Babuki Baranki? I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it though. Have you seen Infinite Stratus? I started watching it. I don't think I ever finished it. That's the one where it's more like Mecha Musume than actual Mecha, right? Gas, gas, gas. Got him to sign my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie VHS. Nice. Real talk, no one has watched Initial D. Wait, so are you saying we need to actually do a movie night for it? Is that what needs to happen, chat? Do we need to sit down and watch Initial D so that we can drift together? Let's all drift as one, yes. Oh my god, damn it, Deontay. I know exactly who I just took. Yeah, this is now a problem. Uh... Probably better to card this. Much significantly easier to card this wave as opposed to the later ones. Oh, thank God, it wasted all of its action economy doing literally nothing. It's not a genre that normally captivates me. Well, okay, so chat, you come for the epic Eurobeat and cars, and you stay for the intriguing love story and drama. That's why. Okay, so actually we're gonna go ahead and do her here. Because I feel like otherwise, like there's just no way in hell she's gonna do good damage against the alter ego. Not that she did great damage here. English dub only? What? Or are you saying that's all that's available on YouTube? That's fine. I mean, like, I'd probably try to find as high quality of it as I could, anyways. Okay, that should activate a couple more of the stuff there. We're gonna do that. We're gonna pray to God, basically, that that Seatonai does not that she doesn't actually like pick off Castoria here. It's 110 here. Damn, it was 98 here today. It's been hot. Oh, I'm surprised that got that close. I actually could have just I actually could have just straight up like just popped the Castoria buff and it would have probably killed. There we go, chat. Just a 6 turn. Managed to get through it. Wrong support. Yeah, it happens. 90 is Vegas's cool day. Oh, I know. But like, okay, so before anyone tries to flex like, oh, but we get to 100 and blah blah blah. I understand that, but chat, Florida has humidity. And fuck humidity. That's all I can say. Humidity just sucks. Humidity can fuck right off, exactly. Even lower temps feel like hell. Yep. Okay. This loop should be a lot nicer. Oh, this is that new feature that that Twitch talked about. So chat, Twitch gave out like a couple of new features here. So you guys heard about the sub increase the other day. They also did a like a new like rating channel, a rating searcher. So this is a feature that several websites that do like analytics had actually already like implemented, where it was done to try to allow you to like have some sort of idea of like, hey, these are people at your size to raid. And I actually really like this because the whole reason that I don't bother with that sort of stuff is because it's off on another website. So the fact this is actually here on Twitch is kind of nice. As this is definitely something that I can look up towards the end of a stream and see like, hey, is there people on that I, maybe don't follow and would have an easier time like being able to find them, right? So I am a-okay with something like that. But no, I mean, again, this is an idea that I suspect was probably suggested to them from other streamers. I don't know if we ever got asked about this for the like for the research group, but it is a nice feature that they've actually included. Wait, was Guilty Crown a mecha? No. Not really, anyways. And then the other feature that they just announced was the DJ feature, which this is not really like that impactful to me. But basically, and let me actually pull open the stupid thing. So Twitch had a Twitch had a tweet here that they basically say, hey, we're announcing a new DJ program that lets you stream the vast majority of popular music in a new DJ category launching later this summer. Made possible by a first of its kind partnership with hundreds of companies, including all major labels. Join us and build your community on Twitch. Check out our blog for more info, Twitch DJ program. So they have this new DJ feature that's coming out. Now, hear me out. No. Vast majority is actually correct. You want to know why? Do you know who they got on this deal? Universal Media Group and Sony. The two biggest actual like music rights holders. So yeah, they really did get the vast majority. The interesting part about this is, one, it can only be done in the DJ directory. Two, you have to agree. You literally have to sign away like all the VODs capability of your channel. You cannot have stream VODs. You cannot have clips. You cannot have highlights. So, quite literally, it is just your live stream and it never gets recorded. But apparently they actually got them to agree to a deal. And I'm like, good. This is actually what people have been asking for a long time. Unfortunately, people have been asking for it for all music. But I'm also going to go ahead and tell you, chat, I actually don't think that's that far off. In all seriousness. I think we are getting to the point that this will finally be the thing, because, hear me out, this was never a thing for decades. We have literally been asking for it from the beginning on Twitch. People have been telling them, hey, go just cut a deal with the major record labels so that we can have some sort of understanding so that we can actually play the music. Because again, I'm going to say it, you know, in a weird way, DJs are probably the exception to this rule. But for the majority of streamers on Twitch, like you guys just heard, we just had Diggy Diggy Hole, right? None of you came to this stream to listen to Diggy Diggy Hole. None of you are subscribing to me because of Diggy Diggy Hole. Quite literally, it is just like background noise on the stream. And I don't have to have it. I can just as easily just do that, pause the music, and still continue to keep talking. It is quite there just as like white noise most of the time. And I understand why people want it. I understand that it's a good thing to have. But in a weird way, these record labels seem to view this as some sort of just crazy infringement of rights and that you owe them shit tons of money. So it's like, I get it, but also at the same time, we are not really actually profiting off of it. It's not really hurting anyone. It's not a thing. And then they're going to sit there and they're going to go like, oh, well, it's in your VOD, it's in your clip. And I'm like, yes, quite literally, no one is going to go to a Twitch VOD or a Twitch clip just to listen to one song over and over and over again. Not when it is easily accessible on YouTube or Spotify. It already is in those places. People already go to those things. That is 100% where they're going to listen to it. So the fact that it is here is not really hurting anyone. And I've never really understood this in that regard. So I am happy to see them finally cut a deal. But I suspect the only reason they finally did is because the deal became affordable. And I have to bet that the reason the deal probably became affordable has to do with a lot of what's going on in the overall like internet sphere of things at this point, that we now have AI music coming online and we have actual like probably going to be hard to take down companies at this point that have the backing of other artists for making AI music. That's going to really hurt all of the like major record holders and label holders, because they're going to sit there and go like, what the hell? All of our music just keeps getting ripped off and we cannot stop these people. And while I could sympathize with them to a degree, the only people I sympathize with are the actual musicians. I don't sympathize at all with the record labels. They have been scummy for, decades at this point. and everybody knows that they are just milking everyone. So it's at that point where I'm just like, good. I hope they fail. I hope they implode. I hope they go away. Because also for someone like me, copyright infringement is one of just the most annoying things that I face. And often, a lot of the time, it is purely haphazard. For instance, chat, quite literally yesterday's stream got copy claimed on YouTube. Let me find it here. Yeah, because of Streets and Faces. What is Streets and Faces? It is a song that plays in the background of Baldur's Gate 3 when you're in Act 3. Only at a certain point of the map. How the fuck am I supposed to protect against one particular background song being copy claimed as opposed to like the 10 other songs that were heard during the course of that stream? So there is just nothing I can do about that. It just happens. And it's super annoying. So at this point, yeah, I'm kind of at the point of just being like, good. I hope it fails. I hope the entire industry crashes down. And I hope musicians go back to being a little bit more grassroots and doing things for themselves and making money for themselves. I don't have anything against musicians. I don't have anything against them wanting to be paid. I just have everything against the way copyright is currently handled. And I really hope that this starts to change. And this does already kind of look like it. The fact that we actually got a deal here for the first time ever on Twitch is really nice. So I'll take it. And we'll see. Maybe they'll expand it in the future. I won't hold my breath. Maybe they'll just leave it as is, as they normally do with this sort of stuff. But the fact that it's actually here is going to certainly be a good thing. I have seen people, though, already asking, can this be expanded from not just DJs, but also to things like, for instance, certain games. So like, whatchamacallit, like the Guitar Hero series and stuff like that. Or again, for singers and stuff doing covers. Like, can we get some protections for very logical things that should also fall under this? And really, at that point, then why does it matter if it shows up in a video game? Like, to me, it really shouldn't be a big deal. It should not be something that they are trying to come after the streamers for money, because we're really not making money off of that. And that's why, like, to a degree, I actually find it interesting that the one thing they managed to secure was for DJs. Because if anyone is making money off of ripping off of the music, it's people DJing the music that are straight up being like, hey, come to my stream for the music. That one I actually understand. So I find it kind of ironic that this is actually the one that made it through. Now playing Fate Grand DJ category. Yeah, exactly. But that was the only point that I wanted to make, is that, like, I do think things are actually beginning to finally turn, and we're actually going to get some, like, better like handling of this stuff in the future. So I am excited for that, and I hope that content creation as a whole just gets less problematic. Guitar Hero, you mean that Fortnite game mode? Yeah. Playing our game get fucked streamer? Pretty much. Is someone streaming Brutal Legend though? Yeah, no, I know. And that's kind of the problem, is like, if you are just somebody that is playing a game and a copyrighted song goes through the background of that game and it got recorded, you're screwed. You're dead to rights right there. That is also, chat, by the way, why you don't hear sound on my FGO streams anymore. Because everything gets copy claimed on YouTube. The only time I actually can do it is when I'm on JP, and only when it is new content on JP. So for instance, doing this rerun, I guarantee you we already have the background songs for this loaded up for copyright reasons, and therefore if I were to turn sound on, I would get copy claimed. Why? Because they just literally have bots that go and scroll through every conceivable stream, every conceivable video on YouTube. And it sucks. I really hope that YouTube gets better about that at some point, but I kind of understand. It's just it's the problem with making content overall. Everything you stream, not just one category? Yeah, quite literally. Because again, like, in a weird way, if I stream it just to Twitch, the VOD will exist on Twitch and it'll be perfectly fine. But the second I go to either simul stream with YouTube or upload it to YouTube, YouTube is going to copy claim it if there's anything of debate in it. And like I said, a lot of it is totally innocuous. It's something that like I didn't even realize was there. You guys know whenever I do like media share nights, for instance, we do not actually like cover that. Like I actually end the YouTube stream because I know that's going to be copyright infringing. And all it is just me reacting to like YouTube videos and movie trailers and stuff like that. So remember when Nintendo put the Ed Sheeran song at the end of the Pokemon thing and people kept getting hit on Twitch? That was a trip. Yep. And that's the fastest way to get, content creators not to cover your stuff. They'll just be like, you know what? It's not worth it. And that's so, chat. The reason that this is such a big issue for us is copy claiming's not that bad, but depending on the severity of it, you can get copy struck instead. If you get copy struck, you only get 3 strikes on either platform, Twitch or YouTube. You only get 3. Second you get to that third, your channel is gone. Any of the hard work that you did, gone completely, deleted. So that is entirely why like we as content creators usually take this so seriously, why it is such a like important topic to us. It is quite literally the only thing that is a direct threat to the longevity of our channels. So if you sign up for this program, you can't have any clips or any VODs whatsoever for everything you stream. Correct. Your channel has to disable it. So they're advising people to be, if you wish to be a DJ, create another channel so that you have a channel that you can still stream on regularly, but otherwise you have to do it that way. Now, I find this really funny because I'm going to go ahead and tell you that then that means there's a way around this. How do you get around it? You just sit there and you either host or watch your other channel. So like while you're sitting there DJing on the DJing channel, you have your other channel live and it's just watching you. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you people are going to get around this, but I do find it really funny that they managed to implement it in the way that they did. I was wondering how you play music on stream without getting copyright struck. I think it's cool that you do, though. So the way in which I don't is because I have my my soundtrack split. So that's why YouTube, if you guys go watch on the YouTube side of things, and I'm always sorry for this YouTube people, but that is why you do not hear any music on YouTube. It's because the music doesn't make it to the YouTube side. Whereas on Twitch, I'm fine. It doesn't actually get into the Twitch VOD because I'm able to split that out. I wish there was a way to do that with YouTube, but YouTube has not gotten that sophisticated with streaming yet. They do not allow multiple track encoding, which is weird because I would think that YouTube, being as VOD sophisticated as they are, would allow it. Just start over, forehead. Well, I mean, the second you start again, so chat, the only way to start over would be to like not tether the 2 channels together, right? If as long as you know who I am, if I were to ever start Khadroth 2, you're going to know who that is. Straight up. So it is a known quantity and you're A-okay. Oh, thank you, Addo. Immediately plays Baldur's Gate music. But no, like that is the issue with it overall. It's just that you will get copy claimed by some of this stuff. Drothka coming soon? No, I believe you mean Radkoth. Radkoth the Barbarian. It's my new heavy metal DJ channel. An altar, yes. But no, I mean, like that's the whole point. Is you're never starting over once you have some level of recognition, but it's certainly a problem. I'm still waiting for Cad Broth Cooking Channel. Oh fuck, that's a good one. I gotta remember that. What if CAD 2 is run by your dogs? That would imply that my dogs would run anywhere other than the backyard. No, there are definitely things I would love to do more, but it certainly requires, like, I feel like it'd be really fun, but it would certainly require me to have, like, more popularity, be more profitable with stream and that sort of stuff. And I'm not saying that I don't want to do something like that. Hatordak? Yeah, so Tordak. I sound like a He-Man villain at that point. But yeah, it certainly could be a thing. How to cook your catalysts. Just let me cook, chat. But no, that's I would love to do more. It would require money, it would require time, and I have neither at this point thanks to work. Well, I guess I have money thanks to work, but like I must continue to work to have money. So unless I got to the point that streaming was actually a sustainable income for me, and I did not have to work my day job such that I had way more hours to actually devote to stream, without something like that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I would manage to be able to do anything. That's life. That is life. I still can't understand why these companies that have these copyright bots, being a tech company called Google, can't build a bot to recognize a song in a video is coming from a video game. It is not trying to steal anything. I mean, especially when the content is actually flagged as like a video game. But no, I mean, in all seriousness, I am just more surprised that like Twitch and YouTube don't just disable that sort of thing. Like the biggest threat to them is also copyright and getting accused of like not actually enforcing it. So at that point, I feel like allowing the spider bots to sit there and just crawl all over the fucking videos and stuff is actually bad for them. And they would do a better job of just disallowing it. Now, I know, like, to a degree, you can't, right? People can hook into your stuff, but part of the problem is they make the API available, and they do not regulate, really, what you can do. They have some rules, but I don't think they ever actually enforce it. Not until you get caught. The system's stupidly biased as well. Oh, yeah, 100%. Always has been. Me Hatordak, you chat. Yes. Me smash. Okie dokie, chatterinos. Let us switch to Assassin's Creed 6. I'm sorry, I meant Air Conditioner 6. I'm sorry, I meant Armored Core 6. Fires of the Bubicon. And watch as the music for the game gets copyrighted. Rearranging the letters for Khadroth into Darth Co. Oh, I see. You figured me out. You found out my my evil Jar Jar Binks Sith name. But Chad, I do also want to say I have some good stuff coming for you. Well, just give me 1 second. Let me actually kill OBS on this computer, because otherwise it'll probably bog the game down. Cad about to end a chatling? Yes. Okay, so I haven't actually chat, just so that we're clear, aside from designing my mech, I have not touched this game outside of stream. So again, you guys are getting all of my impressions on this game. I am not practicing off stream. I'm not looking anything up for it. Everything that I do is guided by your hand. Okay? Apparently I now have more. So let's go ahead and change myself back to a normal loadout. So now, because I feel like this loadout was good, but this loadout was straight up just made for that particular boss there. Go with the laser handgun there. And actually, I'm not opposed to the bazooka. The babuka. And let's go fight No Sack. Because he ain't got no sack. Remember, you can save builds. I don't wanna. Don't make me do things. Mecha Caval 9. Damn, what happened to like the next 4 through 8? Because all we've seen is Caval 3, chat.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program number 26. Entering rank E.
That's a cool design.
Subject AC. Bitter Promise. Call sign, No Zark.
There was no R in there. There was no R at all. He 100% is No Sack.
Main system activating combat mode.
Ooh. There we go.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.
Not bad. Just trying to get used to the controls again. Aurelia knows art? Wait, why do you want Aurelia knows? Or are you saying the No Sack name? Yeah, I actually already played through BattleTech. I haven't beaten it, but I'm not sure I'm going to, because the story really is dragging on at the end. But I just recently played that back in like March and April, and I enjoyed it. I had a fun time with it for the most part. Materlink. All right, cool. We shall sortie. We shall keep sorting until it does not work. Oh, the nose art. I got you.
Arena Combat.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably put that in.
Number
I probably need
25.
someone to tell me how. So, like, maybe this weekend.
Subject AC. Infection. Call sign, V6.
Bro,
Materlink.
why is it a huge fucking mosquito injecting someone's head? Holy
Commencing
shit.
evaluation.
Oh, damn, he got 2 bubble
Main
guns.
system activating combat mode.
Oh, spicy. Oh, God. Oh, damn, he got super aggressive there for a second.
Light shoulder ammunition at 50%.
That was dangerous.
AP at 50%. Right shoulder ammunition at 30%.
God, he just does not stop. I feel like you're fighting the map more than anything on this one.
Concluding evaluation. Well done.
Bubble gun hits hard. Doesn't really feel like it does. It just feels like it's just chipping away at you constantly. Okay, we got more chips. We acquired his creepy emblem. Okay. Oh, whoops. Keep just immediately going right back into assembly. Little Z. Why do I get the feeling that this is going to be the most intimidating of all of them? More to bully? Yes.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 24, rank E.
Is that double bazookas?
Subject AC, UAU, call sign, Little ZE. Commencing evaluation.
Or is that like grenade launchers?
Main system activating combat mode.
I'm terrified of the barrel on that thing. Woo. He looks like he is not a good long-range fighter, so they made this arena too freaking big. Because I can just stay away from him.
Shoulder ammunition at 50%.
I'm just waiting to encounter like a different style mech.
Concluding evaluation. Well done.
Hitless run? Was it hitless? I thought I got hit because like I wasn't at a full 10,000, right? Or was that my max health? But yeah, he didn't seem bad. And then the Swinburne. Oh God, what is that emblem? What are the emblems these things keep using? They're all like terrifying.
Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 23, rank E. Final evaluation.
Okay, so this is finally a different one.
Subject AC, guidance, call sign V7 Swinburne. Commencing evaluation.
Main system activating combat mode.
Oh. Oh wow, he is shredding me. I didn't even realize. I thought the missiles were missing, but it looks like they've been hitting me. And he is never really stopping for me to land that bazooka hit.
Light shoulder ammunition at 50%. AP at 30%.
Oh, that was dangerous. Jesus, game, I swear, it like lunges me forward. So, yeah, I was kind of fine once I realized the missiles were not actually missing me. Because they were curving and it looked like they were going behind me, but I guess I kept getting clipped by them over and over again. So once I realized that, I was able to start mitigating the damage some and was able to catch back up to him health-wise. Okay, but that should be the last arena mission for now, because again, that's like, it's good for the chips, but it is just a contained fight.
Congratulations, you have surpassed rank E. We are glad to oversee your development as a mercenary. All Mind exists for all mercenaries.
So now I'm rank. Oh, come on, lady. Say my rank. Give me the D. Yeah, so that should be it. Now I can do the tuning. So what have we got here? I've got 8 OST chips. I can start jacking the repairs, or we can go even further into deflection control tuning. Fighter D, yes. Oh, we could also grab terminal armor. Pulse armor. Huh. Yeah, what are you guys thinking here? Are we thinking, I'm thinking like a rank of the repair kit, maybe with the terminal armor. You can only have one core expansion equipped. What is considered a core expansion? Oh, okay. The terminal armor, pulse protection, pulse armor, assault armor. It looks like it's just those 4. Oh, I don't like that that's the same button as like the surge attack. I guess we'll grab terminal. We'll grab the repair kit. Progressive as fuck. Yeah, I mean, like, we can play around with it as we get more. Let's go to the parts shop. So these are the core things. So wait. How do you... How do you actually get the terminal armor, chat? Like, is it something I have to actually physically buy, or is it just going to be on everything? On everything? Okay. Oh my god, look at these shoulders. I'm all that is man. Yeah, I still don't know about, like, changing the actual, like, style of the mech. Be a bit in assembly where you set your expansion. Okay. Sweet, thank you. I probably would not have noticed that. I'm at such a loss, and I feel like it's better to just keep going through the missions until the mission forces me to actually go and upgrade. All current heads are a downgrade for me in terms of AP. Overburdened. Wait, chat, you said it was what, legs that determine the overall weight? We could become a quadruped. Yeah, I'm just trying to look to see, like, which one of these I would actually want. And, like, low key, it may actually just be this one, the VP 422. Because it's just a nice balance overall. Let's go put that on. And then let's see what that'll do for me in the way of chest. Oh, I can finally become big. Hmm. This is like the best upgrade that doesn't sacrifice too much speed. Because I have no idea, like, if there's certain speed thresholds that are considered to be good, right? Versus others just being slow as piss. Dude, what the fuck is this one? It makes me look like I'm like this. Instead of, like, you know, just having normal actual shoulders. I just feel like I'm hunchback. We'll probably go with the Melander. Okay. And then I guess we'll hold off on buying new weapons for the moment. And we'll try to sortie and see how the next mission goes. Wait, did I have more training to do? Advanced Merc simulation? Okay. I didn't realize there was another one. Some you need high mobility. Yeah, that's kind of why, like, so far I'm just going for an overall balance. Oh my god, dude, there are just so freaking many of them. That's weird, he like didn't fire it. Ah, damn it. Oh! Oh! You little bitch! Okay, not too bad. Training complete. Cleared all training programs. Oh, sweet. So there's no more training. The training wheels are off, chat. Now we get to go die horrifically in whatever the next mission is.
Congratulations on your certification. You have proven your skills by completing the entire combat training regimen. Registration number RB23. Call sign, Raven.
Okay.
All Mind anticipates excellent performance.
Advanced Mercenary. Sweet. Alright, so sortie. Mission. Infiltrate the grid.
Here's the request from Baylon Industries. They want you to carry out an advanced survey of the central ice field to confirm the information Walter brought to them about the coral convergence. As for how to cross the Alian Ocean, this is the intercontinental cargo launcher installed on the upper level of Grid 086.
What?
You could use it to launch your AC to the ice field.
What? Why is everything in this world just a launcher?
By the dozers, outlaws who treat coral like a drug. It's also the territory of a belligerent group of arms dealers who call themselves RAD. Be prepared for a perilous
Yeah, rad.
journey.
They're radical.
I'll be here to support you, Raven.
Wait, yeah, why is she briefing me? Why is Walter not briefing me? I am confused.
Let me handle getting us into the grid. I'm fairly adept at analyzing systems, and manipulating them too.
Isn't Walter still away? Yeah, it's just weird because it's like somebody else is sending us on a mission not approved by Walter. And not do anything while he sorted out a way across. Yeah.
Commencing infiltration to Grid 086. Creating backdoor into system.
Well, chat. At least if we have a space waifu in our head, she sounds hot and she's smart. So maybe her ideas are pretty good. Whee! Konnichiwa, motherfuckers.
Let's get to work, shall we?
Main system activating combat mode.
Hey, what's up, Gabon?
I've sent you the marker data. Let's head toward the elevator going to the upper level.
Yeah, you're not gonna open, are you?
This tourist. You think you could just waltz straight in here?
I am not a Mecha tourist.
Hope you're watching, boss. Leave it to Invincible Rummy to show our
Oh, it's just Rummy? Wait, wasn't Rummy like shit?
AC identified as Max Stone. Ranked dead last.
Me and Mad Stuff can't be beat. You're no ordinary tourist.
You're right, I'm a skilled one.
Mad Stuff.
That's right.
Hostile AC destroyed.
That's right. Suck it.
Looks like you're having fun, tourist.
Stop calling me a tourist, damn it.
RAD loves a good welcome party. Come on in, and let's get acquainted.
How courteous. Let's take her up on the offer, Raven.
Light shoulder ammunition active. 50%.
I've gathered data on the woman from that broadcast. That was Carla, leader of RAD, a formidable dozer faction. She joined them 3 years ago, bringing with her a crew of junk lizards and hackers. She seized total control, greatly expanded their operations.
Okay. So maybe the AI is just bad? I mean, hey, I don't know. Whatever floats their goat, I guess.
Kept us waiting for it. Toast you something, right? Well, you're no slouch, are you?
That's right. I'm not a tourist. I'm an entrepreneur. That bazooka doing good work. Ooh, what is that? A wrecker? Wait, Chad, is there like more hidden stuff like that and I've just totally not been seeing it?
Right shoulder ammunition at 30%.
I should not be firing those in here. Do I go up? Wait, what was that? You can't hit me if I turn sideways. Okay. Motherfucker, why are you in the fucking lava pit? What the hell?
Can't get your help these days, can you? Would have been cheaper to just hire you instead.
really just jump? Yep, I guess so. It was not as far as it looked. Oof. Got him. Yeah, bazooka kind of strong against these shitty enemies. It just one taps them. Okay. Definitely a bunch over there.
Picking up multiple MTs. Tread carefully.
Well, it's a good thing they can't seemingly climb. Yeah, can I blow that up? Looks blow-upable. Like a big blow-up doll.
Nearly forgot your fireworks.
Wait, was that intended to, like, intimidate me?
Interesting. Seems our tourist doesn't cut above the rest.
Left-hand ammunition at 50%. Light shoulder ammunition at 10%.
Hop along now.
Let's see what she has up her sleeve. Shall we, Raven?
Most people rush the enemies so the explosive drops hit them. Yep. But now I'm cautious. Now I'm looking for loot. Oh boy, a resupply. Surely this doesn't mean that she's lying and that there's a boss. She would never betray me, right, chat?
You're not afraid of anything, are you? I like that in tourists.
Stop calling me a tourist.
Too bad that this is goodbye.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Living up to their reputation.
Oh!
At 50%.
Oh!
At 30%.
1 HP, chat. Just enough. Finally peak optimized build. Oh, what is that? It's like magma.
AP at 30%. AP at 50%.
Nice. I heard you were good. But the cleaner's going to have the last laugh.
Watch out.
Light shoulder ammunition at 50%. Light shoulder ammunition at 30%.
no! Oh no! Oh, you almost got me. GG! Just enough. With 1 HP, chat, at one point. Oh, man. The 1 HP win. It says I have 0 expansion, so I think the 1 HP was the terminal arm.
You want to go up top, right? Let me show you the way. Guided tour from Cinder Carla herself.
It was nice. Wasn't this boss in one of the early trailers? I feel like I'd seen it. Like, I didn't know its attack patterns, but I remembered, like, seeing it. Boop, boop. Just stay far away, Strat worked on the cleaner. Yep. I mean, the big thing is he, like, the first 2 like swings he did, he chunked me, and I was like, oh god. So like I just ended up spending all of my repair slots and then knew his thing.
This could just be another one of her traps. But after the impression you left on her last time, I think it's unlikely.
The room was quite fun and iconic. I liked it. It was a fun fight. There were several times where I was like, oh, it just missed. And then it was like, oh, it hit me. Like I thought I was like, you know, perfect ranging it, but it was actually closer than I realized. Eliminate the doses.
Ah, my favorite little tourist. About my promise to take you up top. I need a little help cleaning up first.
Of course.
You see, a certain someone smashed up all my defense hardware.
Whose fault is that?
I've got rival dozers muscling in. It's the Junker Coyotes. We never did get on. Always sniffing around and snapping at our heels.
All right, chat.
They're dull company, tourist.
Cinder or air?
One thing though, they're using RADMTs, hot from the black market. They might be a pack of dumb animals, but at least they know quality workmanship. Anyway, you know the score. You made this mess, now you get to clean it up.
Hey, hi, Otter.
Well, technically, I'm asking you to make a whole new mess. Ah, whatever. You know what to do. Now get out there.
Dozer's payday reference? I mean, I'm sure in both cases it's just short for bulldozer, right? Well, it looked like it's largely the same enemy types from the prior mission.
But we shouldn't miss this chance. I'll support you.
Yeah. I missed 3 items. Okay. I assume it was the rest of that set. So if I determine that it's nice, I can try to go back and get it.
Main system activating combat mode.
Let's get rolling, tourist. Get out there and bag me some coyotes.
Some coyotes.
They're already moving in, Raven. Let's handle them.
You say they're already moving in, but I'm over here looking for loot. No equipment until mission tunnel sabotage? Like a different mission, or?
Hey, we got an AC! Never seen one like that before. Must have got a sweet deal from Carla. Send in the punchers and kickers!
Custom MTs made by our own engineers. When did those hit the black market?
They look like glass gardens, with enhanced firepower and maneuverability.
Guys, can we stop with the missiles?
Wasn't part of the plan!
Can't stand the sound of the whiny coyote. Finish him off, tourist. Clean as a whistle. Moving on, tourist.
Enemies detected. I'll mark their location.
Yeah, you could just say my
Figured
name.
You could handle this on your own. So I called off my MTs.
Oh, wow.
About time they got some maintenance anyhow.
So, like, not all missions really have
We
stuff,
got
though.
company! Huh, and it ain't dumbass Rummy. That one of RAD's newbies. We're going sky high.
This one is on you for taking out Rummy. He would have kept watch at least.
Oh my god, dude.
Confirmed. Coyote Force eliminated.
Looks like it's over. Guess I was right to pick you for the job.
Wait, that's it?
Now, it's my turn to help you.
Huh. Thought that was gonna be more. Only 9 missions in the first playthrough? Okay. Tourist already lost its meaning at this point. Yeah, like, the fact that she keeps calling you it and not something else is kind of dumb.
Guess you noticed that job from Balaam and decided to take it. I see you're heading for the cargo launcher now. Not a bad idea, I'll give you that. Keep heading for the ice field. I'll take care of some loose ends in the meantime.
Uh-oh, Handler Walter doesn't like that we're acting on our own, chat. He thinks we are getting uppity, I suspect.
We're continuing through Grid 086 toward the Intercontinental Cargo Launcher. As promised, Carla has agreed to serve as our guide.
Okay.
I'm not sure how safe it is to trust a dozer. But if we turn her down, we turn her knowledge down as well.
I mean, she looks perfectly trustable. Look at that
One more
icon.
thing, Raven. Cinder. Carla's nickname? That's what the Rubiconians call survivors of the fires of Ibis. But if the fires happened half a century ago,
Carla's old.
well, it could just be some dozer inside joke.
Yeah, I'm still not sure about that whole, like, fires thing and how it engulfed the entire planet. Just like, was it a supernova? Did everyone die?
This will be our third sortie together, Raven. I'm quite enjoying the routine.
She likes our dates, chat. This is the third date. This is the one we get laid on. A literal wave of fire. Yeah, it's like, and they show it and they tell you about it, but it's just like,
Activating combat mode.
I don't understand.
Here we go, tourist. I'll lead the way, just as promised. But after this, you owe me one. This elevator goes straight to the top top of the grid, the outer shell. Sadly, that's beyond my territory. I mean, once you're out there, the PCA satellites see everything. A few of the stupider dozers took it as a challenge, went out to prove themselves. You can guess what happened.
We've arrived at the top, sending you new marker data. It's as Carla said. At this altitude, we're within firing range of the PCA's satellites.
Oh. Why do they have laser sights? That makes it so much more ominous.
Intruder detected in forbidden sector. Terminating target. Terminating.
Oh!
50%.
Oh!
Terminating.
Ah! Fuck!
Terminating.
Dude!
Brute force is there.
Don't get fried.
That's an extremely powerful laser. Be careful, Raven.
Nice moves, Tor.
AT at 30%.
Intruder has escaped satellite range. Raising threat level.
We're not far from the cargo launcher.
Intruder detected near closed facility.
Might as well clean up while you're here, tourist. Never did care for the upstairs neighbors.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's what I like to see. Let's get the cargo launcher ready.
There. Access the container.
Oh, thank God, there's a resupply. So, Chad, how are you supposed to actually dodge that? Because trying to dodge it and boosting, neither really worked. Was there a way to, like, just prevent it from seeing me by killing all the stuff?
Now,
You
just
don't?
step
Oh, great.
inside.
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. Found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
The clothes was from the generator.
Woo!
This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. The fires of Ibis may have taken the Institute. That dirty work survived.
AP at 50%. No repair kits remaining.
I don't think we're one-tapping this one, chat.
It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
Yeah, that, like, overhead smash that it does.
AP at 50%.
I don't really know what I'm supposed to do about that. Ooh, okay.
Right shoulder ammunition at 30%.
What the?
I'm trying, bitch!
Stay focused.
What is that? No! Ah! Ah!
Light and definition at 50%. Left shoulder ignition at 50%.
Systems down. The generator's going to explode.
Holy shit. Woo, baby. The revive kicking in, indeed. Oh, yeah. Oh, I cannot believe I got out of that one.
How about we get back on track? Hop in the container. I'll operate the launcher from here.
Oh, man. Board the container on the cargo launcher. Where's my resupply? I think the 1 HP would die in the cargo launcher. Still nothing, I assume. Yeah. All right. Yeetus. I had to switch to double giant machine guns with a tank build. The bazooka's doing good work. It's actually hitting enemies quite hard.
Tourist. You're Walter's hound, right? Well, guess a dog can't choose its master. But still, tough luck. I feel sorry for you. I really do. Oh, and one more thing. You know the cargo launcher's strictly for cargo, right?
There went that 1 HP chat.
No one's ever used it to launch themselves before. At least not in one piece. Hope your luck changes.
How is this sustainable?
Raven? You see it too, don't you?
It was last week, Gil.
The voices of the coral.
I didn't get to play AC6 earlier this week.
Currents coursing across Rubicon. Walter was correct in his judgment. The coral. It's here, in this desolate place.
I mean, it seems like it's everywhere right now. Well, chat, time to kill Coral. Coral, no! Yeah, I feel like that boss I would have definitely beat it on the second try, though. Like, neither of the last two bosses were particularly difficult to dodge or anything like that.
Standard mode. 2 new messages.
The big problem was I took too much damage from the fucking half-cut lasers.
Looks like you've made it to the central ice field, 621. Good. done tying up loose ends. Arquebus found their own way in and are ready to deploy survey squads.
How did they do it?
And it looks like Balam's come running after you scoped out the place too. You know what's going to happen. Business as usual.
So no one could get over here, then we get over here, and now everyone's over here. Okay.
Registration number RB23. Call sign, Raven. Your records have been updated. D-rank virtual encounters are now available in the arena. These correspond to the middle ranks. We invite you to further hone your technique.
You want me to hone my D? Very well.
Raven, I was looking into the arena, and I discovered something you might want to know about.
They're going to kill me?
It's a network service that was labeled Nest, with no obvious clues about its purpose.
Okay.
From what I can tell, it's a special mercenary support program, encrypted and kept secret. I've installed a backdoor, so you'll have no trouble getting in as you please.
Wait. Why would you need to? I feel like that's just... Oh. Oh, wait, Chad, is Nest the multiplayer, like the PvP? Okay. Woohoo hi.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 22.
Oh, great.
Entering rank D.
His weapons look a little bit,
Subject AC. Lead
better.
off. Call sign, Gun 3, Wu Hua Hai. Commencing evaluation.
Main system activating combat mode.
Oh my god, those missiles are kind of nasty. Oh, I think he might have me.
50%. AP at 30%.
Jesus! Yeah, okay. God, those missiles are just fucking annoying. You could not shake them.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.
Okay. Ring Freddy. Chat, why are all these now being quadrupeds and tanks?
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 21. Rank D. Subject AC. Candle Ring. Call sign, Ring Freddy. Commencing evaluation.
Main system activating combat mode.
Ow!
AP at 50%.
God, where the fuck is he? Oh no! I don't know how I didn't die from that. I don't know how I didn't die from that.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.
Use the red dot on the compass. I keep forgetting the compass is a thing. I just straight up keep like trying to just keep the target in front of me at all times and like strafe and jump when necessary. Which is really interesting because it's like I still feel like jumping is not necessary other than for certain attacks. Lostbelt done. Event gaming, nice. By the skin of the teeth, yeah. I don't know how that like that triplicate like red square missile missed me.
Subject AC. Reconfig. Call sign V5 Hawkins.
Okay, this one looks like he gonna be nasty.
Commencing evaluation.
He's got a beam sword too.
Main system activating combat mode.
Tried to land the bazooka and I got fucked by it. Like, he's got a ton of explosions, so leaving the ground versus him actually feels smart. He was not as hard.
Concluding evaluation. Well done.
Yeah, you ever just skate around like you're the dancing queen on the rollerblade rink? Always okay. Just wanted to be sure. I'm not the only one. Okay. Iguazu? Ah, this is the one that talked shit, wasn't it? That is Iguazu a like reference to someone? Because there was an Iguazu in this game, and then there was an Iguazu in BattleTech as well. And I feel like it's an uncommon enough name that that's odd that there's overlap.
Number 19, rank D. Subject AC, Headbringer. Call sign, Gun 5, Iguazu. Commencing evaluation.
It would be an insult if so. It might, I don't know.
Activating combat mode.
Tried to get him while he was pinned there against the frickin' wall. Way too far away to try and land that.
Right shoulder ignition at 50%.
Good fucking wazoo.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.
They're all named after rivers, so probably a coincidence. Okay, I was just curious if there was like somebody like, you know, way back in the ancient history of like Mecha shows and tabletop and stuff that was named Iguazu or something like that. Okay, and then Rokumansen. Shinobi. Yeah, actually, I feel like now that you say that it's named after rivers, I feel like I have heard of that before. Also, I'm sorry, Israel, I didn't see your resub. Here's to another month. Good luck on Armored Core. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for the 45.
18, rank D. Final evaluation.
What is that? Is that a laser sword on his right hand?
Shinobi.
And a shotgun?
Rokumansen.
Okay, so I'm gonna take that whole shinobi thing seriously. And I'm gonna assume this motherfucker wants to get in close.
Main system activating.
Which means I'm gonna kite his ass. Get fucked, scrub. You came in close. Every time you kick, you're gonna get that fucking bazooka to the face.
AP at 50%.
Yeah, he is shredding me though. There we go.
Target destroyed. This concludes
Giants past 12, yeah.
Well done.
It is funny to see that like all the guns are like basically just like sized up. So it's just like it's a Spaz 12, but if it were made for a giant. It's a bazooka, but if it was made for a giant.
Incoming comms.
Congratulations, you have surpassed rank D. We hope that our aid has helped push you to achieve
I've gone
greater
beyond
things.
D, chat.
All might exists
I no
for all
longer need my
mercenaries.
D. Yeah, we shall see. Okay. Any recommendations, chat? Wait, songbirds. Songbirds are pretty solid. Is it a... Yeah, it's a missile launcher, right? Oh no, it's a grenade cannon? Oh. We can try it out. Maybe instead of the pulse shield. Well, I feel like the pulse shield is, I feel like the pulse shield is the reason that I actually have stuff. Oh, a pile bunker. Gores through the target with a massive steel spike, obliterating it through sheer force. Charge to prime the fiery hammer, enable attacks that are enhanced by explosive damage. Ten out of 10? Wait, really? So is this just like an improved like energy sword? Is it, instead I'm literally driving a metal spike through someone's skull? Okay, I'll buy it. The Hubin. Oh, it's a minigun. The Haldman. The Zimmerman. Oh, it's a long-range shotgun? Dual Zimmers plus pile bunker and songbirds? Wait. How would you have dual Zimmers plus pile bunker? You can unlock that perk? Oh, okay. Get the left hand one? What, you mean like the left hand Zimmer? If you play the video, oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting about this. All right, that's not bad. Dual shotty, still giga slaps. Let's try it. Let's see if chat is full of shit or legit. Oh wait, hold on. And we need the songbirds. Oh, and more OS tuning. Go ahead and grab another repair kit optimization. Weapons bay? What is weapons bay? Okay. Now you can dual semis plus pile bunker. Chat. Why does it feel like this is just gonna be a fucking big meme? Is it not the expansion slot? Or do you have to actually buy it for the shoulder? Left? I don't think I have it though. So what am I missing? Different column? Wait, what do you mean by different column? Okay. It's a different column from the shoulder weapon. Oh, okay. Where are we talking? Cause like I ain't seeing it. Like the left back unit, okay. Oh, wow, I didn't realize this could be done. Wait, what? Huh? Hold on. Okay. So how do I switch, chat? We've reached meme status. Excellent.
Got a job for you, 621. It's a request from one of the Balaam companies.
Attention, Gun 13 Raven. This job comes from our subsidiary, Dafeng. The operation will take place in the central ice field.
The L bumper allows you to switch. Okay.
We want you to stage an attack on the Arquebus survey camp located there. After digging into the ice field, Arquebus launched survey drones to gather data. Whatever they found is sure to contain clues as to the whereabouts of the coral convergence. Put simply, your job is to seize the data.
Squeeze the data. Got it.
We're counting on you, Gun 13.
Yeah, I don't care. I no longer have time for their corporate lies.
Tell me if it happens on the job. I'll make adjustments.
My dude is hating on Michigan here. Was that Michigan? That didn't sound like him.
Combat mode.
Commence mission. Extract the data from the birth survey drones, then get out.
An intruder.
Solo HD. Must be an independent merc.
Taking Balaam's money, no doubt. Intercept!
621. Eliminate obstructions as you see fit, but remember that the data is your priority. There. Commence retrieval, 621.
Evidence of the fires still drift in Rubicon's atmosphere. Trails of residual coral, like the one we passed through during our journey here.
Okay.
That makes 2.
Planetary closure administration after the fires.
Even
Yep.
the Rubiconians have forsaken this.
Hold the button down for
lifeless
maximum damage. All right.
If the PCA has their eye on it, Coral must be involved.
What?
Light and ammunition at 50%.
The heck? Did they both drop down? Gotta get close enough to kiss him for the bunker. Yeah, I mean, the bunker is gonna have the same problem as the energy sword for using it against bosses.
AP at 50%.
I wanted the pile bunker.
That's 3.
Who knows what's out there on this vast sheet of ice?
You and the AC, what are you doing here?
Looks like our MTs just got home. Shut them down.
Left hand ammunition, right hand ammunition at 30%.
Oh,
2 repair kits remaining.
my god, dude.
Right-hand ammunition at AP.
Oh, Jesus, dude. I just do not understand how to get this fucker with the pile bunker.
Right-hand ammunition depleted.
This should be the last one.
Dude, what? Game, what are you doing? I am not pressing to lunge. What the shit? Stop. So I guess I'm meleeing is why, yeah.
Left-hand ammunition at 30%.
Very interesting. I'll make a copy of this.
Attention, Gun 13 Raven! Looks like you ruffled some feathers. Taking their drones back to HQ. I want you to find them and stop them.
Okay. So I did need to come up here. Oh my god, I swear it like cues that up. Oh good.
AC! That must be the independent Merc. Gun it down.
Oh my god, dude!
Eliminate them, 621.
Wait. Sit down.
Oh Jesus, dude.
Watch out, Raven.
That ship. It's identifying as PCA.
What ship? Okay, Jesus.
That's not subject guard. Did they send in an enforcement squad?
Raven, fight back.
Dude, can you not?
Heat signature in the distance. Evasive action.
What does that even mean?
Enemy fire.
Dude. Dude, will you just fucking die? Jesus!
The warship's making a second approach.
They've deployed drones. Intercept 621. Looks like you're on the deck. Good call. Now smash the bridge, 621.
Enemy warship is taking critical damage. Enemy propulsion systems compromised.
It's going to blow. Get clear, 621.
No repair kits remaining.
We good? God, it just felt like an unending onslaught of them.
Looks like the coast is clear. The closure area is SG's jurisdiction. Why send an enforcement squad in a warship? Special mission, maybe. Or was it? Wait. Over there.
An invasion!
Transcenders to Rubicon, this is your warning. Disarm and withdraw from the closure area immediately. Resistance will be regarded as a declaration of war. And you will be marked for termination.
Wait, I don't get it.
PCA makes no exceptions.
The PCA. They're coming.
Looks like we got a little too eager, 621. Us and the corporations both.
So they're just gonna close the entire planet with all the coral. Feels a bit counterintuitive. This is like saying I'm gonna go to Dune
Hey, Raven.
and no one else can have any
Your old buddy
spice.
from the Vespers. Haven't talked since we climbed the wall. I'd love to catch up, but I'll cut to the chase. The PCA has deployed its suppression fleet. And now it's laying down the law all over Rubicon. We've already lost several survey bases, and Balam's in a sorry state too. For their part, the Rubicon Liberation Front sees this as an opportunity. If you ask me, they're counting their eggs before they're hatched. At this rate, the Corps, the Rubiconists, and the independent mercs will go down together. I'm sending you a request from the Archibald's group. We could use the wall climbers' help.
Okay.
One new message.
Is it from Walter?
V4. I've been contacted as well by the Balaam group. Seems both sides have been forced to halt the coral survey. Check the briefing, 621.
So is this like pick a side, or is this like...
I've picked up a good job for you too.
Oh, space waifu.
I know you've established yourself as one of the corporation's preferred mercenaries. But I was hoping you might learn more about the people who live on Rubicon.
Who? People? People live here? I didn't think that was a thing. All right, chat, that is a stopping point for tonight, though. We shall end it here. Let me see who I'll be on tonight. Actually, let me try out this new raid thing. That's super weird. It like didn't do anything. So, the raid browser has recommended someone to me, chat. It has quite literally recommended me raiding Fox. So we'll go ahead and raid Fox. And again, we shall be back tomorrow. Hopefully, like I said, we get Draco banner tomorrow and we get big Draco rolls. I'm hoping for that. But again, it just depends. It depends on what banner they want to run first. So have to wait and see. But anyways, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for all the support as always. Again, don't forget to check me out on YouTube and Twitch here, obviously, and feel free to join our Discord or again follow me on Twitter. So I will see you guys for the next one. Go give Fox my love and good night.